So, think I broke my supercharger. What is going on, guys? Double R here, back again today with the 3.7 Infiniti Supercharged Q50. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome, guys. This is just one of the crazy builds that we have to bring on this channel. If you guys like to follow along, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share to this channel. Today, we're going over whether or not I broke my supercharger. So here's the deal, guys. We got on the dyno. You guys saw the last video. We hopped on the dyno and right around 56 to 6,000 RPM, basically the supercharger belt started tensing up at a high RPM to where it was just really dangerous to run on the dyno. The tensioner was maxed out. There was nothing we could do and we basically had to take it off. Now, why that happened is because we actually swapped the pulley on the rear of the supercharger to a 3.3 inch pulley, which actually isn't the smallest in the world. These things go all the way down to 3 inches, actually 2 and 2.75 inches. So this really isn't all that aggressive, especially on this V3 supercharger. And we just got the 9-pound pulley up front on the engine side. Now, the reason why it started slipping, if we just put some logic behind it, I think it's really just because the tensioner that's on the bottom of the supercharger only pushes up on the bottom of the belt. There's actually nothing on top to support the belt from slipping or tenting up, and that just causes massive belt slip on the blower side. You're losing boost at a high RPM, and you're just risking your supercharger belt every single time. So I know you guys are all asking, yes, it does start and it does drive. I've actually been driving it for the past week. So actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in it for you guys. We're gonna start it up, and I'm kind of gonna go over our plans on how we're gonna approach this, because I don't know if you guys noticed, I have absolutely no belt on the rear of the supercharger, and I don't even have a tensioner. There's nothing here. It's just the drive pulley connected to the serpentine belt and the pulley on the rear of the supercharger. So really at the moment, right now, we're just driving a very expensive fancy air intake system to a NA VQ37 with a very complicated belt. But let's start her up, let's take this thing for a drive, and then I'll kind of go over our plans with what we hope to do, let's say aim to do, what we aim to do with this supercharger kit. So, it has a very ugly startup. I'm gonna point that out before I do anything, so just, yeah. It's actually not that bad. It used to be a lot worse, especially with the supercharger not running. This car is just not running right. But the thing with EcuTech, what's really cool about EcuTech is the fact that it'll actually adjust based on just what's going on in the car. So I could actually drive this car no problem. I do have an engine light, don't worry about that. It's just has to do with the belt and everything. I'll be able to drive this car. Obviously I'm not flooring it, but it'll take me wherever I need to go, and it'll adjust as I drive, and hopefully keep this car and engine happy before I can get the supercharger belt. I mean, so far it's been doing fine. So these VQs are pretty straight. What's up, homeboy? Don't get caught slipping. S1 built will have you gripping. You did. You did that?
This is your camera mount. You don't understand what the vision, but it's there. Hey! Yeah.
Oh no, it's the other way. You think that'll hold?
No, it's gonna be made out of the aluminum this thick. This is a
draft.
Yeah, draft. That's how you make them, and then you give them to the guy, and then he's gonna cut one like this. This is just a test piece. Okay. Basically to get all the measurements right, which I actually have to make another plate. So I just wanted to show you guys this first plate, and basically what I'm gonna do is this old tensioner. I'm using these 2 bolt holes at the bottom of this tensioner, and then there's another bolt hole about right here, and basically what the tensioner is going to tension up here, and we're going to drill this bolt hole, this bolt hole, this bolt hole, and then I'm going to remake this bracket a lot nicer. Okay. And I'm going to extend it because we want, basically what we want to happen
tensioner up top.
We need the tensioner space up top, and the tensioner is going to tension on an angle like this. So I'm going to remake this, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, a little bit more of a better understanding before the finished product.
You happy?
You know?
You got your Coupe. You didn't want the Coupe?
Yeah, that's how we're gonna do. We're gonna make a plate. So if you're looking at it, so this is the trunk of the car, right? So we're gonna have, if you this is working sideways. So basically, if you're looking down on it like this, okay, but you're working on the back, right? So we're gonna tap and drill a hole here. This is what this is right here. 4 location onto the, to the trunk. So we're gonna go, but we're only gonna stop there. We're not gonna go all the way through because we don't want it to leak. So we're gonna tap that. We're gonna drill that into, we're gonna tighten that down with 4, so that's gonna hold it. And then now, if you're looking at the top, right? So it's gonna be like this. If you're looking at the top. So now you're looking at this part here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap, because the other hole is gonna be over here, So we're gonna tap another hole on top like this, but it's not gonna go. It's gonna go only this far in. It's not gonna go all the way down, so water, whatever, won't get in there. And then we're gonna put a plate. We're gonna make a plate like this for it. A plate like this. This is a plate here. And this plate here is gonna have welded. We're gonna reinforce. Of course, it's gonna be like a rod. And it comes up here. But we were thinking about making it a rod, this one bigger rod, where this one goes into, and this will have an adjustment where you could put this thing, well, actually it'll be higher. So if you need to make this thing higher, you could just bring it out and then tighten it.
Perfect.
So if you want it lower, you could lower it down here. If you're not using it, you could just, this is the mount, right? You could just remove this 4 bolts. Just remove it.
And take it out.
And take it off and use it like have a regular. So this will be mounted on the car.
Final mock-up. It's just sitting up there. If you guys want to see, we're gonna put a hole through this mount and double-sided stick tape it with an adjustable rod. And it's all gonna be powder coated and stuff. All nice and neat.
As far as the supercharger pulleys go, we're just gonna figure it out with that bracket. We're gonna test it on the dyno, and hopefully we'd be able to run as much boost as we want with that bracket configuration. For the time being, you guys know we have some brand new cars to introduce to the channel. So right now, what I want you guys to do is go in the comment section and guess what kind of car are we gonna build next. I'm pretty sure you guys seen it before, but I really want you guys to guess because we're gonna introduce it in the next video. So in the comment section below, go ahead and guess what is the next car build for the channel. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share. I'm Double R, and I'm out.